So no doubt you've seen this word scrolling across social media, right? The word pivot. Yeah, and for those of us in business, it makes sense for us to look for ways to pivot and to manage this change and continue to do our businesses successfully, both online and offline. But for those of us who are speakers, yeah, how do you pivot and get onto a stage when nobody's getting onto stages these days? Well, I've got you covered. In this next video, we're going to talk about how speakers can pivot even while being stuck in your home. So do me a huge favor, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to click the notification bell so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. You can make a comment on the video, like it, and grab pen and paper, because I'm going to dive into some things that you can do today. Yes, today. Yes, this very minute when this video is over, to help you pivot as a speaker. So let's dive in. All right, so 2020 was the year that you said and proclaimed and told everyone that you were going to be a speaker and that you were going to get onto stages and share your story and your message and your mission in the world. And you also declared that you were going to use speaking as the vehicle to grow your business, to find your ideal clients and customers in the audience and share with them how you can help them or what your product or service is, and then sell from the stage. I get it. That's the promise of being a speaker. And I understand. It's what I teach people to do day in and day out in all of my courses and the things that I do. But right now, I get it also that there are few of us that are on stages. In fact, 7 of my speaking gigs have been canceled. But it doesn't mean that there's not a lot of things that you can be doing as a speaker or as someone who'd like to speak on stages, ultimately, as a way to find your ideal clients and customers. Yes, there are things that you can do to pivot while you're at home. So let's talk about those things. First and foremost, whatever your speaking topic is, whatever your talk is, whatever your signature speech or the information that you share on stage, why not go deeper in it? Why not do research and find ways that you can really craft a new speech, or maybe make the one that you have dazzle and shine just that much better? So we've got so much time on our hands right now, right? Get onto the internet, do additional research, find additional support material to support your speaking topic. Go ahead and expand it. Find a different way to tell your story. Find different pieces of information that you can use to support your main speaking point or your main speaking topic. By the way, if you're an author, and most speakers are authors or coaches or speakers or consultants, this could also breed for you a brand new book. So use this time wisely to start doing brain dumps and doing research and writing more often. Perfect time for you to utilize the time that we have to pivot as a speaker. Second point. Now, we know that we're deepening into our talk, right? And you also, when this is all over, going to be looking for places that you can go speak. Well, it's interesting because I've been working with speakers for several years now, and I have been speaking for, over 20 years. And when I have to think about where do I want to go to give my talk, I first and foremost think about what is my talk or my speech about and who is it in service to. So if you're looking for ways to find more speaking opportunities when this is all over, this time now is the perfect time to start searching for them. I have a full-fledged method on how you can find speaking gigs and literally start to do this weekly in order to have a long list of speaking opportunities. And I will share some of those secrets and information in what I call an offstage strategy. You can have access to that training and the tools and resources simply by going to the link Darieth.com/speaker marketing. Watch that free training with pen and paper and get the necessary information that you need about how to find speaking gigs. Yeah, we're not doing them right now, but of course we all know that there will come a day when we're all let outside of our houses and we're all going to be eager to be in community and to be in support of one another and to, get back to normal or whatever normal is. And so if you've got extra time on your hand, which most of us do, you want to start looking for certain speaking gigs, right? And you want to be in front of the right people at the right time. So now is your time to do the research. Go ahead and take advantage of the free resource and free training that I'm making available to you by simply clicking on the link below in the description of this YouTube video, or going out to the link darieth.com/speaker marketing to learn more about ways to find speaking gigs. Now, the third point is also what I talk about and speaker marketing, but what I want you to do today, remember I said today what you can do, and that is to get crystal clear about the elements of your speech. Now, when I'm working with a lot of my clients, I tell them in order to have a powerful speech, you must do these 4 things. And that is your speech or your talk must be real, raw, relatable, and you make memorable. I'll say that again, real, raw, relatable, and you make memorable. So why not use this time to get clear about how can you develop or pull out of the 99 stories that I know that you have, one story that is real, that is highly relatable, or at least the theme of it is relatable, right? Not everyone is going to be able to relate to the particular details, but your overall theme may be extremely relatable to a lot of people. And the raw part is you being authentic, you really capturing, letting people like sit on the edge of their seat because they're listening to you and they're thinking like, oh, I really like her. She's authentic. She's not afraid to express her emotions or tell her truth or allow us into this experience. That's the rawness, the authenticity that you bring. And the way you make a speech memorable, or one that people remember, is all of the elements that you bring into it, your style on stage, your delivery, if you're bringing music or slides or audience participation, those are different ways that you can make your speech memorable. Those are things that you can be doing right now in terms of thinking about how you want to make your speeches and your talks real, raw, relatable, and you make memorable. And again, you can get more of those details in this free training that I have at darieth.com/speaker marketing. The link is also below for you to take advantage of that training. Here's another thing that you can be doing right away, right now, while you're here, and that is to connect and collaborate with other people. I have found so many friends and former business colleagues and people that I have been in community with in the past online these days, because of course that's what most of us are doing. And so in what ways can you begin establishing connections and collaborations? Connections and collaborations that may begin to flourish when we get out of this time. Make a list, right? Get in contact, see how they're doing, find out if there's any way that you can collaborate or work together on different projects or ideas. How can you be in service to someone else during this time? And so that later, perhaps they're in service to you or in service to your mission. So connection and collaboration is huge and key, and something you can be doing right now to pivot as a speaker. One of the most important things you can be doing as a speaker to pivot during this time is to be establishing what I call your off-stage strategy. Now, I tell all of my clients that, having an onstage strategy is about the way you tell your story, the art of storytelling, the way you emotionalize it and draw the audience in, right? So that's all of an onstage strategy. Your offstage strategy is what you will do with the people in the audience in the weeks and the months and the years after they've heard you speak. And for those of you all who are looking for ways to sell a product or a service to a particular audience, if you don't have a solid offstage strategy, you are leaving dollars on the table. Literally, there's no way for you to capitalize on them. So establishing a strong offstage strategy right now is key to pivoting as a speaker during this time. So again, in that training that I've been talking about, that free training, I talk about some key offstage strategies that you can use right now, including 3 special delivery techniques that I encourage all speakers to use as part of their offstage strategy. So that's also included in that free training. I also want to invite you to consider this as part of what you do during your time at home, and that is to connect with a mentor. Connect with someone who is already in this space, who's already doing what it is that you want to be doing. And whether that is literally hiring a coach or hiring a mentor or connecting with a group, you owe it to yourself, if you're just getting started or if you're not sure how to get to the next level, to find someone who is and work with them. collaborate. If nothing else, connect with them, send them an email, get into their Facebook group, buy their book, watch their YouTube videos, sign up for their course. You know, utilize this time now as a way that you can set the stage for the future. And I've got an assortment of different videos here on my YouTube channel that I hope that is in service to you. I've also produced a lot of free, amazing content and trainings that you can easily sign up for. They're always available within the descriptions on each of my YouTube videos. I also invite you to take this time to watch some of my YouTube videos. I've got a full library of different trainings and tools and techniques, as well as interviews with other amazing entrepreneurs who share their hustle and heart and what they're doing to pivot in their business in uncertain times. So I invite you to take a look at all of those videos. I thank you for watching this one, and leave me comments below if this has been helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next video.